Hello, and welcome to episode 49 of Let's Talk Immigration. Welcome if you're joining right now, or welcome if you are joining later, because this broadcast is recorded. A couple things I want to talk to, and then I'll go to Q&A. First thing I want to bring up is scams. Beware of scams. This is an issue that I think is very important in the forums like Telegram and WhatsApp groups, Telegram channels, Telegram groups, WhatsApp channels, WhatsApp groups, I guess. What I have seen happen recently is an account showed up and said, hey, I recommend this other account as this person is Jenna Ellis, Trump's attorney, and this person will be able to help you. I instantly thought this was strange because Trump's attorney, Jenna Ellis, is facing criminal charges. Also, Trump wasn't interested in helping immigrants generally, much less his counsel, I would think. And also, the people in his orbit don't generally work for free. So I thought it was strange on a few different levels. So I sent out a tweet with a screenshot of the phone number and the WhatsApp account, and that person instantly deleted the account. And it told me that that was not Jenna Ellis. It affirmed what I was thinking it was, which it was someone pretending to be someone so that they could scam vulnerable immigrants from their money. And I just want you all to be cautious about who you're talking to. Make sure that they really are who they say they are, especially if they ask for like your invoice number. As an attorney, if we get your invoice number or confirmation number and we can look at your application, it makes our job a lot easier. But if you give that number, if you give access to your visa application to someone who is not on your side, they could be a bad actor. They could hold you hostage in a way, they could blackmail you and say, oh, we're going to put misinformation on your DS-260. So you just have to be careful with those numbers. Verify if you hire counsel, you're talking to an attorney that's reputable. Just verify they are who they say they are. And just because they have a picture in their profile doesn't mean they are who they say they are. That could be someone else's picture. Okay? I want everybody to be careful out there. Okay, so I talked about that. Be diligent. Be diligent. That's what we're going to call that section. Next thing I want to talk about, free consults. Most of you who are watching this channel know that I give free consults. That means if you call me, I'm going to answer the phone unless I'm doing something else, and I will talk to you and see if I can solve your problem without you hiring me. But if it's necessary that you hire me, I'll give you that option. Or if it's something I don't know anything about, I will try to send you in the right direction to someone who does. It takes a lot of my time to give those free consults, but I think it's important. I think that there's a shortage of reliable legal advice and guidance in the world, and if I could help fulfill that need, that's great. So what I was going to bring up about this free consult thing is I'm particularly interested in giving free consults for people that are think that they don't have access to services and are facing crazy challenges. I will give you an example. Say you have petitioned a Palestinian family member for a family-based immigrant visa. Well, right now, you're obviously distracted by the chaos and the bombardment of bombs falling on Gaza. So you might think, oh, what can an attorney do? Well, call me. You'd be surprised what we can do. Federal lawsuits before federal judges have a way of getting things to happen, okay? So I am particularly interested in representing and helping people in conflict zones. That's what I'm saying. There's an exception to that, and that is the SIV situation for Afghans. Unfortunately, no matter how I look at it, there's nothing that I can do in that space right now. And so that's not something I can help with right now. Okay. Really, family-based immigration and diversity visa also are the things I'm best at, and getting my feet wet in employment a little bit. Okay. So that's an overview. Contact me for a free consult if you like. What else to talk about? Group lawsuits. I have a group lawsuit called Iqbal versus Blinken that has a hearing in Sacramento on Friday. This is the sister lawsuit to the Naveed versus Blinken lawsuit, where we represent Pakistani IR1, Pakistani American families, IR1 category couples, like U.S. citizens and their spouses who are waiting on interviews from Islamabad. All the plaintiffs have been DQ'd for more than a year. Now it's been a year and a few months. And we are challenging the policies by the State Department that are causing the problems at Islamabad, which these policies, if we don't change these policies, we don't change what happens at Islamabad. So it's an important lawsuit, especially for the plaintiffs, but also for the broader community. So I'm hoping that I can report back next week on how that hearing went. And hopefully we will defeat the government's motion to dismiss, and I'll let y'all know. Okay. What else? I know I'm going to get asked in the questions about DV 2020 and DV 2021, Gomez and Goodluck. I do not have an update on that. We're still waiting on the outcome of the appeal. Okay, let's jump into the questions. I see there's a lot of them. Shiza says, hey, hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I have allergies right now, so that's rough. But I'm doing okay. What about DV 2021? Well, most DV 2021 selectees, their journeys were over on October 1st, 2021. The only journeys that survive are the good luck plaintiffs and those who are eligible under the Ray order. You have not indicated you are in either of those categories, so I'm worried about you. Okay, DV 2020, that means you are a Gomez plaintiff. If you were not issued a DV 2020 visa, you are a Gomez plaintiff, and we are waiting on the outcome of the appeal. We won summary judgment, but we are waiting on the outcome of appeal, so you need to be patient for that. Is it true that NBC is auto-expediting F4 Islamabad Embassy? No, that is not true, unless it happened this morning and no one told me about it. I've never heard of such a thing. Okay, I heard cases are getting expedited automatically on CR1 category. Should we expect our case, however, we don't have any medical issues? Okay, I have not heard this is happening. That's the bad thing about rumors. Visa statistics show that it isn't happening. Very few CR1 issuances. So CR1 is U.S. citizens that have been married less than a couple years. Their spouses. So anyway, I don't know what embassy you're waiting on, but I don't think this automatic expedite thing is happening. No. What if we try some relationship issues to expedite our case? Would it work? Please give some advice which would help us expedite relationship issues. Okay, I don't know what you mean by relationship issues, but I tell you one thing, and I want everybody to listen to this. Do not manufacture a situation to get an expedite request. Do not manufacture evidence. Do not manufacture documents. Do not make up a story to get an expedite request, because you are playing with fire. If a consular officer at the U.S. State Department determines that you are not being honest with them and your credibility is called into question, you could get a refusal that permanently bans your entry into the U.S. So this is not a game to play, okay? Take things serious, and the bar for an expedite request with the State Department is a matter of life or death. sometimes we've been able to sneak through on things that may not be a matter of life or death, but they're extremely compelling. If you have evidence of such a thing, you know that you have it. If you have a compelling story like that, you don't need to go out there and look for one. If you have to go out there and look for one, you don't have one. Okay. 2021 was an awful year, and I hope that we never have to repeat it. Okay. This is half in Russian, but I think it's asking about DV 2021. Most DV 2021 selectees, their journeys were over October 1st of 2021. The ones that continue are the good luck plaintiffs and the DV 2021 selectees who were waiting on interviews that were at embassies in the Ray order, as I said before. So if you're not talking about benefiting from Ray or good luck, your DV 2021 journey is over. Or I should say Ray, good luck, or go, G-O-H. Hello, Annis. AV Gaming. Okay. Hello, sir. Case is F2A. Priority date is 2018, October. So that I think that's current in the visa bulletin right now. We always need the country chargeability to know whether or not a case is current. Islamabad, so probably Pakistan. Okay. So this case is current in the visa bulletin. So the visa bulletin is not a barrier. Still, we got no interview letter in Islamabad. Well, that's because Islamabad has a huge backlog of documentarily qualified cases waiting for interview. Thousands of cases. So you'd like to transfer your case to Qatar. Is it good or not? Yes, it's good. But only if your spouse, your Pakistani spouse or Afghan spouse, can get to Qatar, okay? I see people transfer their cases to embassies and then they try to travel to these places and go, oh, I need a visa there. I can't travel. Don't do that. Make sure that you're able to enter the country where the U.S. Embassy is that you're transferring your case to. Can you talk about DV 2020? I don't know what there is to talk about, okay? There hasn't been a development. There has not been a development for DV 2020 in over a year. 1 year ago in September, we had a hearing before the Circuit Court of Appeals, a 3-judge panel, and we are waiting for that 3-judge panel to issue their opinion. There's not been any information since then. No substantive development, right? So I need a more specific question. I mean, I don't know what you want me to talk about. Shiza has a priority date from October 2006. DQ April 6. F4 Islamabad. When to expect interview? Well, all I need to see is F4 in Islamabad, and I would say that the word expect is not the word I would use. You would use the word hope for an interview. I don't have my finger on the pulse right now of what people call the queue there, but it's not good. I recommend you join a Telegram group because, no, wait, Islamabad, a WhatsApp group. There are 2 WhatsApp groups that I'm aware of. Message me, I'll add you, that follow this queue situation very closely. I don't know if that's actually current in the visa bulletin. Some of your all's questions assume that I have the visa bulletin like memorized. Like I don't know if there's somebody that does that, but my little brain cannot memorize a visa bulletin. I'm showing that is current for Pakistan. The priority date is not current for like India, or of course Mexico or Philippines. So when you're talking about priority dates, not only is the priority date important because you're looking at the visa bulletin, but also your country of chargeability, what country you were born in, and that case appears to be current. So all you're waiting on is for the queue at Islamabad. It's not moving very fast. So it could be months, could be a year. What's news about the presidential election? I don't know. both parties seem intent on having the worst candidates possible run. So who knows what's going to happen. That's just my personal view. The election is not for 13 more months, and then the new president does not take office until 2 months after that, January 20th of 2025. So more things to work with right now to worry about than that for me. DV 2020, waiting on the outcome of the appeal. Good luck getting updates. No. Good morning, Prashant. 2025 DV lottery open, but plaintiff still is suffering. You're entering DV 2025. That's great. A reminder to all of our 2020 and 2021 diversity visa selectees, enter diversity visa 2025. It is a good idea to have a plan B. It is a good idea to have more than one concurrent path to get what you want. And if one doesn't work out, the other one does. In fact, many Gomez class members and our DV 2020 clients and Muhammad Kennedy, Fong Jong, and Project Voyager, many of them were issued visas. Not many, not most or anything, but should use the word some. Were issued visas in 2021 and 2022 and 2023 because they're like, well, maybe that'll work out, but let me try something else. So it's a good idea to have options, okay? Use a new photo. Don't use the same photo you used for the last DV for this DV. That doesn't work. Read the instructions. It says a recent photo. Okay, Eduardo, I think we have already caused a lot of questions regarding DV 2020, 2021 because it's not always an exact answer. That is true, Eduardo. I don't have new information, and people keep asking me to supply information when I don't have new information. I send you a WhatsApp message on Monday and waiting for response. Kindly, when time permits, guide me. That's bad because usually I'm within 24 hours on WhatsApp, and I'm almost positive that I caught up last night. Some of y'all don't realize what it's like to get hundreds of WhatsApp messages a day. And believe me, it's not because I'm ignoring WhatsApp. It's because I'm answering them in order. Okay. But right now, I've answered on my WhatsApp. Send another one because that one must have, I must have missed it somehow. Well, wait, now it's changing. WhatsApp updates after you look at it. Looks like I have like 5 WhatsApp messages. I'll get to those after this to see if it's there, but send me another one just in case it got lost. Okay. Busweta says, we filled out the I-864 in March 2022 and submitted to NVC. Good. Our interview is November 2023. We have an interview. That's good. Do we need to fill out a new I-864? You need to follow the instructions of the embassy. When you got an interview letter, there were instructions on it, and sometimes the embassy will follow up with other instructions. You will need the new tax returns for sure. There's been another year of tax returns, right? The 2022 returns and actually the 2023 returns since. Well, no, the 2022 returns that were payable in 2023, right? So I don't know how important it is to get another I-864, but you definitely need those new tax returns. What happened 2020? Big pandemic. It was really bad. DV 2020. What's up? News. No news. Waiting for the outcome of the appeal. I covered that. I've been applying for DV since 2012 and no luck. That's not true because you say good luck plaintiff. So you actually won the DV in 2021. And since you're a plaintiff, your journey continues. There are a lot of people that have not even won in 2021 and are not a good luck plaintiff, and so they don't have any hope for the DV right now. Hopefully they're entering DV 2025 and they will have good luck there. And hope you, Yusuf, are also entering DV 2025. Okay. Toala says, please, my citizenship application timeline of 15 months is due without my interview. What do I do now? Contact me directly because we would file a lawsuit for that and you would get your interview. Mandamus lawsuits against the USCIS are extremely effective. Against the State Department, sometimes it's effort. It depends on how long the delay is and what kind of application it is and stuff. But against USCIS, they are very effective, especially when the delay is that long. One nuance to mandamus lawsuits against USCIS is they are best filed in the jurisdiction where the activity is happening or where the applicant lives. So that would be a factor. And we can talk about that when you call me or email me or hit me up on Telegram or WhatsApp. Justice says it's a voice message. Well, let me tell you something. I don't like voice messages, but I will look. Type in Justice. I do not see a voice message from Justice. So I know that some people prefer voice messages. I prefer text, but just send me another message. Great. Andre says, should we still continue to ask questions regarding DV 2020, 2021? No, because I will tell you. I'm not going to keep that information secret. Y'all realize when our DV 2020 clients and DV 2021 clients, when we're able to get them visas and they come into the U.S., some of them will pay us money. Okay, they hopefully all of them will pay us for that, the deferred payment. So it is in our interest to get you the visas. We are doing everything we can. Asking the questions over and over and over, well, you're just causing me to get old. I might die from getting too many questions about the DV. We will update you when we know something. If you are our client, you are on an email list and you will get an email update. Okay. Sorry, I sound like exhausted. I have what's called, in the USA, we call them allergies. I don't know words in other languages for that, but it's stuff in the air and it makes your head go crazy, and then you take medicine and your head goes crazier. So I'm struggling with that today, but we've had a good 20 minutes, knocked out a lot of questions. Any more questions? Come on, last chance. Questions are best submitted on YouTube or Facebook. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? If you are a new immigrant and you are a young male, you need to register for selective service at the post office. Don't forget to do that. If you are a new immigrant, you just arrived in the U.S. with your visa and you're waiting on your green card, make sure that you put a little sticker in your mailbox that says, Curtis lives here, or whoever, what your name is. Abraham Lincoln lives here. Whatever your name is, say that you live there, and put your name inside the mailbox on a little sticker so that the mailman knows, and there's less risk that your green card does not go in that box, because that causes a lot of problems. Okay, got those 2 tips in. I think we've got a new question. I just joined. Please, sir, what are the updates about Good Luck DV 2021? Farhadi, you know that I'm going to let you know if I have an update about DV 2021 or 2020. Okay? I don't have an update. We are awaiting the outcome of the appeal. Asqueta, we have submitted the new tax returns. Thanks for the advice. We will read embassy instructions regarding the new IA-64. I mean, generally it's the same form, right? So if you even if you did update, it would be easier to update it and have a new one to take with you than to try to figure out, try to maneuver through the embassy websites, because embassy websites are can be very frustrating. They hide information. Sometimes the information is old. It's pretty crazy. Okay, let's wrap today up, and I will see you next week for episode 50 of Let's Talk Immigration. Have a good week. If you're in a place of the world where people are struggling, Palestine or Israel or Afghanistan after the earthquakes, or rebuilding after the earthquakes in Turkey, or Morocco, all those little places in the world right now that, is there a fire in Argentina? I don't know. You're in my thoughts. That's all I can do.